Hey guys, Chris Fagan here with Talking Through the Medias, and I wanted to give a quick little review of the movie The Boy. I just recently saw it at theaters, and I gotta say it it was creepy enough. It started off pretty good. I felt like going into it based on the weak advertisement of it and the I don't know I don't know, the low, well, it was a low budget movie, so it didn't have that many stars besides the one from the show The Walking Dead to name. But overall, it just had a huge mountain to climb. You're coming from the legacy of Chucky. You're coming from the meh of Annabelle after something great like The Conjuring, and you're only hoping that Annabelle can kind of be redeemed on The Conjuring 2. Maybe, maybe not. If they decide to go that route again, maybe the boy was unfairly judged by me going into it with that, but I kind of had that in my mind the whole time I'm watching the movie. But I got to say that from the beginning, it did kind of creep me out. You got a woman from America who, and spoilers, guys, there's a woman from America who's kind of trying to get away from an abusive relationship. To get away from her abusive boyfriend, she takes a job overseas in England to caregive to a small boy. Turns out that the boy is being raised by some crazy people who are raising a doll for their dead son. And the whole time she's caring for this doll or pretending to care for the doll, when she's left alone, she's just coasting through. And she's getting paid weekly. She's got a grocery man that's going to come by the house in this huge castle every week while the parents are away to give her check, which is, according to her friend, more money than a friend of hers gets in a month. So it's like, all right, I just throw the doll to the side, get my money, and coast for a couple of months, and get back home and start over. But little things start happening in the house when she's not following the rules and taking care of the doll the way the doll wants to be taken care of. Then you start to get into this thing about, is the doll real? Now, the whole thing about that was kind of good. It got really good for a while. Things were starting to move around. Things were kind of creepy. They broke the rules a little bit where it was like, okay, I'm not crazy. I know this is happening, so I want to tell somebody. And then the doll reveals himself kind of to another person. It's like, okay, what's going on? Is this a trapped spirit? And they really have this conversation. That's one of the cool things I liked about the movie. They actually talked about it, where most people, like superstitious brothers like me, and like how we are, we see something like that, I'm out of there. I don't care how much money it is. I'd have been like, just give me the money, give me that 1 week's pay. I'm going back home. I'm done. No, actually, I would have demanded a little bit more money from the dude that was giving me my checks, because you didn't tell me what was happening. You didn't tell me up front. So I want my money and I'm getting out of here because y'all crazy. And then, the it hits the fan when, you break the rules and the doll gets pissed off. But the whole thing about the doll is just it was so bad. The whole big reveal at the end. And you know what? Let me just get into it, guys. Spoilers, if you haven't seen this, then stop right now, because you know what? From this moment on, I'm going to reveal what happened. All right, you've been warned. The whole thing at the end, when it turns out that the doll isn't real and it's actually the boy all grown up. He's like the people under the stairs and, going through the house and moving things around and messing around. He like tormenting his family from within the walls. Like he committed some kind of crazy crime when he was little. They covered it up. He set a fire, pretend like he died or whatever. And it's like, oh, we lost our son, blah, 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 blah. All right, it was the 80s, so you can kind of get away with that back then, I guess, right? It's England. Maybe their forensics sucks. So this crazy kid has been growing up and living in the walls and making his parents raise a doll this whole time. Man, this is weird. So now you got this grown woman who's got to fight a grown man wearing a crazy ass doll costume. He's got an ugly ass beard growing underneath it. This dude is huge and like weird as hell. And it's like, at first, when you see the man coming out, it's not even the boy anymore, it's the man. You see him coming out, you're thinking, oh my God, the house just resurrect this boy? What the hell is going on? And they're like, oh, wait a minute, it's a dude? He's been there the whole time. She's been kissing this thing and feeding it food this whole time, this little doll, and the doll ain't doing, the doll isn't about anything. No. Mm-mm. By the time you get through this whole movie at the end, you're like, oh my God, that was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. The twist at the end was horrible. The final fight scene was bad. Everything, the way it ended was horrible. And it made Annabelle look like The Exorcist. That's how bad it was. It ended. And it had so many elements to make it a great movie. It just fell short. It sucked. And it just kept sucking. And it just sucked harder. And that's what she said. And it just kept sucking. And man, I wish I could take that through an hour and 38 minutes of my life and get it back, because the trailers were good. And no. And then the experience sucked altogether, because I forgot that it was PG-13. It wasn't R. So I was surrounded by a bunch of preteens that wouldn't stop talking. I had to actually shush a 10-year-old girl, scare her a little bit, like, hey, can you shut up? I'm getting ready for a great movie. Now I wish I could go back, apologize to her, and just tell her, hey, talk all you want, because this movie sucks. So that was my experience with The Boy. I'm gonna give it that rating too. Boy, that sucked. So that's what I have to say about that. That's my reaction to The Boy. And there will not be a Boy 2, because they set it up for that, but it sucked. So no, it was not even a boy, it's the man. So no, don't waste your money. This is a straight to DVD quality movie. It should not have come out. And I give it up to my girl. I can't remember her name right now. I'm bad with names. No, I should start writing notes. But she did a good job as a lead and carrying the movie. But experiencing her so long in The Walking Dead, it was just kind of hard to take her seriously. She should have picked a different genre to break it through mainstream wide versus horror. Horror probably wasn't the best idea for her fans, because it's hard to do. I mean, you're wondering when the zombies were going to come out. Then you kind of thought a zombie was coming out when you saw the band coming out of the wall. Like, what the hell is this? So anyway, that's my 2 cents about that. See it at your own risk. I say go see Star Wars. I also saw Star Wars again, so I saw that 3 times, and it gets better and better every time I see it. And I can't wait till the next Star Wars movie comes out. How did I do it? I made this into a Star Wars review. Boy is in theaters now. Go check it out or not. Why so serious? The movie did not deliver. Wait till it comes out on DVD and just rent it from Redbox. Trust me, you'll think. Go see Star Wars. That's it. Bye. Peace. Go. Boy.